We're at iMedical Equipment and Service, and one of our showroom locations here, and we're looking at copper bed rail and copper hospital bed technology. And copper hospital beds now are something that are going to start becoming a standard for hospitals. The white paper and the studies for these, which have been in progress for upwards of 10 years, are now being published and now being released. And the white paper studies for these show, after testing and after trials, that the copper basically will reduce the bacteria counts and the infectious disease outbreaks in hospitals by 80% plus. The copper itself is able to kill 99.9% of all infectious diseases, all bacteria, including MRSA and other different bacterias and different infectious diseases that cause a lot of illnesses throughout the United States. There are some studies that are out there, and I'll go ahead and quote those down in our description. You can read the articles, but right now it's estimated that about 2 million people a year are sickened from bacteria counts, different types of infectious diseases in hospitals, and over 100,000 people a year die from these types of outbreaks. So the hospitals, after studies, have found that a large majority of the infectious bacteria does come from the bed rail of the hospital bed. So these copper hospital beds are basically designed to go at the areas of the hospital bed which cause the most bacteria counts, that cause the most problems. And what we've got here is basically a Stryker Secure 3 bed, which is a popular bed used in hospitals right now, that has the copper bed technology. So what is the copper bed technology? Well, if you look here, what we're doing, or what's being done, is the bed rail is basically being completely surfaced with a copper, and that copper is basically, once again, able to reduce the infectious disease and the bacteria levels by over 80%. Now, it's actually higher than that. I will go ahead and post the results, and I'll post some of the findings that they've got, but by reducing the bacteria levels and reducing the infectious disease outbreaks, this upgrade for a hospital bed rail is basically going to help hospitals, number one, take better care of their patients, and number two, reduce the amount of infectious disease outbreaks that they're dealing with in their facilities. So what is it? How does it work? Well, basically, the way we're setting it up is you basically just exchange out the bed rails. So what we'll do, if you're looking to upgrade your hospital with the copper technology, is we'll basically come in, figure out what bed model you've got. Now, this can be done with pretty much any Stryker or Hillrom hospital bed. Stryker InTouch, which is the ICU bed. It can be the Stryker Secure 3, the Secure 2, the older ones, real old ones, MPS 1000s. Not sure if we've got those, but for anything that's basically 2004, 2003 or newer, we'll have those available for not only Stryker, but also for Hillrom. And that would include the Hillrom Advanta, the Hillrom P1900 Total Care, the Hillrom P3200 VersaCare, the Hillrom Care Assist, the Hillrom Advanta 2, and also the Hillrom Affinity 2s, Affinity 3, Affinity 4 birthing beds, and that's also relevant for the Stryker LD304 birthing bed. So basically what happens is that we will send the bed rails in there. We can also do the installation of the rails, or your own biomed staff can do that. But once these bed rails get put onto the beds, it's going to have a huge reduction in bacteria levels and infectious disease outbreaks, and it's going to make the bed environment, not just for the patient, but also for the staff, a much safer one to be in. If you're looking for information on copper bed rails and copper hospital bed technology, give us a call at iMedical Equipment and Service. We are one of the leaders right now in the industry offering this technology to hospitals, medical centers, and surgery centers all over the United States. And in addition to shooting this video, once again, I'm also going to post articles down in the description area. They're going to show the white paper. It's going to show published reports that show what a big difference that a copper bed rail is going to make for a hospital and also for a surgery center and medical facility. So if you're looking for a way to upgrade your hospital beds with copper technology, once again, by simply getting the hospital bed rail switched out. The hospital bed rail, once again, is the largest amount of bacteria that they find in a hospital patient room is on the bed rail. And by doing this, it's going to have a huge impact on your facility and also on the level of patient care that you're able to provide. And not only that, but once again, also for your staff. iMedical Equipment and Service, we sell over 10,000 hospital beds and stretchers a year. And we also, and once again, also offer different types of technology, including the copper bed rail. And we can also offer other copper products, copper doorknobs and toilet seats and other different things. But specifically with the copper bed rails, we've got those, and it's taken a long time to develop. Getting the right amount of copper, being able to apply it in a way that it doesn't it's a solid thing that doesn't really chip off very easily. And then also getting things like the push buttons, going through this process where you've got the buttons and things set up, and then also making sure that you've got rounded corners so that's not just sharp and jagged. It's been a process. And then going through the trials, which was at UCLA Medical Center and other medical facilities, and getting those done and documentation and going through the whole process, we are able to offer this now to customers. So iMedical Equipment and Service, you can reach us, San Diego, California, 858-263-4894. You can also reach us, Richmond, Virginia, 804-929-6886. And you can also get more information off our website, which is www.imedicalshop.com. And for more information, also at the bottom here of the video, you can also get more information. So copper bed, hospital beds, copper bed rail technology, we've got it. iMedical Equipment and Service. We are your one-stop shop for all your medical equipment needs.